at the sound of the bell, your third man in the ring from Barrhead, Scotland, A-star referee, Mr. Victor Loughlin. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 10 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, standing with his head trainer, Ian Johnson. He wears the black trunks. He scaled 18 stone, 6 pounds, 1 ounce. His professional record, 14 victories, 3 defeats. He has 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Accra, Ghana, he's the former WBO Africa heavyweight champion. Introducing Richard, son of the Eagle, Lardy. Lardy. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands with his head trainer, Robert Hodgins. He wears the blue with the silver stripe. He scaled 16 stone, 6 pounds, bang on. His professional record, a perfect one. 9 fights, 9 victories, 8 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the big punching heavyweight, fighting out of Ipswich, England. He is the reigning and undefeated English heavyweight champion, Fabio Wardley. Wardley.
Okay, boys, you know the rules. Remember, obey my commands at all time, defend yourselves at all time. God bless, touch them.
Step up here for the English heavyweight champion, Fabio Wardley. And look at that from Ipswich, the support. He's looked the part, stopping Simon Vallily in the summer in fight camp. Enters double figures here, defending an unbeaten record with Ghana's useful, tough 29-year-old Richard Lartey, who should be very competitive, based, Matt, on what we've seen on his previous visits over.
Yeah, Lartey, you know, he went 10 rounds, lost on points to Nathan Gorman. He got stopped in 4 by Dubois, but like we said before, Dubois, big puncher and a really good fighter. So I think down at this level, he'll fancy his chances here.
He had a good go against Dubois at times in the fight as well, even though he did get stopped. Dubois, who of course meets Joe Joyce in a mouth-watering match next Saturday night, one we'll all be watching. This is important though for Wardley to just see where he may be going. 10th fight, and I'm sure the winner of Dubois Joyce will move on, and maybe he can get a crack at the British heavyweight title. What a prestigious belt. And for someone with no amateur experience, if he can get the job done here, that's well, within touching distance, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big step up for Wardley because, you know, Lartey, I know Vallily was supposed to be a step up, but didn't really play out that way on the night. He got him out of there fairly quickly. So, he's not that experienced, Wardley. He doesn't have many rounds under his belt. And Lartey is experienced, has been 10 rounds many, many times. So, you know, he's looking to walk Wardley down here. He's keeping the hands up nice and high. He's just trying to keep the pressure on him.
Yeah, only 23 rounds for Wardley. And this is Richard Lartey's 100th since he turned professional in 2013. So a gulf there in experience. Got a good jab, Wardley. He's athletic, strong, and can punch with 8 knockouts in those 9 wins. Composed look to Lartey, isn't there?
Yeah, he's just keeping the hands up nice and high. He's just trying to keep that pressure on him with the front foot, just edging forward, just trying to make Wardley burn nervous energy and then trying to fire back with those left hooks. He's not giving nothing away, though. He's keeping his hands nice and high.
Just pushing that jab out, Wardley.
Head. Go, come on.
Right hand from Richard Lartey. He's clever with the defense.
Yeah, looking to push him behind that double jab too.
loose Wardley. Shown pretty good reflexes on the way through so far. Interesting opener.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Eivor, you gave your people a new home, but your greatest journey still lies ahead.
Assassin's Creed Valhalla, out now at Amazon. Play it on the all-new Xbox.
Boxing on Sky Sports, brought to you by Voltarol.
Welcome back to Wembley backstage. There he is, Conor Benn. Focused and ready, and so is he. Dad Nigel will be watching every second of his beloved son Conor as he goes into the biggest test of his professional career to date. This is the biggest one so far for Fabio Wardley. Fight number 10 for the Ipswich heavyweight, stands at 6'5", but then he's in with Richard Lartey, about the same size and 2 stone heavier as well. Tucked up well, I thought, in that first round. Lartey almost looking to sort of old man Wardley a bit, back him up into corners and just make Wardley utilize that energy, or a bit too much of it in the first.
Well, he'll know that Wardley isn't experienced. He hasn't been past 6 rounds. He is experienced. He's been there with some good fighters like Dubois, like Nathan Gorman, and he'll feel down at this level. Maybe level's the wrong word, because we don't know how good Wardley is yet, but he's certainly not proven yet, and he'll fancy his chances here. So he'll look to try and keep the pressure on Wardley. Like I say, he's edging forward with that front foot, trying to make Wardley burn nervous energy, trying to trigger him. But so I think he sees this as a distance fight, or certainly looks to come on in the second half of the fight. Oh,
good shot from Wardley with the right hand, and he goes down heavily, Lartey, and he's not going to make this. All over, inside 2, and quicker than Daniel Dubois managed it as well. Fabio Wardley stuns Richard Lartey. What a punch, and there is the power that is in the fists of the Ipswich heavyweight. The 25-year-old makes it the perfect 10 out of 10, and that came from nowhere.
Well, I was just about to say that Lartey's going to look to take this into the second half of the fight, and that's when he'll look to come on strong. But Fabio Wardley lands a big right hook, and Lartey did not know where it was. That is an impressive knockout victory for Fabio Wardley. Like, as we said, he got stopped in 4 rounds by Dubois, but Dubois is very proven, very experienced. Fabio Wardley, that was a great shot.
It looked in the first round as though he was going to have to bide his time, and Lartey, well, relaxed as we saw coming into the ring, and very focused, composed behind that guard, but he couldn't keep that one away.
No,
can't wait to see the replay, Matt.
Yeah, and I suppose the problem is now when you've got someone like Wardley, I mean, this Lartey was supposed to tell us a bit more about Wardley. He was supposed to test his chin, test his stamina, take him into the later rounds, get him some experience. Of course, the team Wardley predicted their man would win, but it was supposed to be a test, a learning fight. Again, he blows him out there in 2 rounds, and we don't know no more now.
No celebrations, just because the paramedics attending to Richard Lartey, who's sitting up and looks okay with the oxygen on. Just checking everything's all right. He's a lovely guy, Fabio Wardley, as well. Really polite, charming. I mean, if he can punch like that and he goes up the levels, he could become real box office stuff. He's got potential, obviously, and he's got power. That is evident. And Richard Lartey is helped to his feet, which is good to see. He'll be put on the stool, and I'm sure will be okay. Excellent paramedics at ringside. Nice shot, that. Fabio's picture up on the wall, and there he is with trainer Robert Hodgkins, who does such a good job with him and has brought him to this point. I mean, they've got to be applauded, haven't they? I mean, this guy went into the gym just to get fit. He took a white collar fight, had I think 4 of those, and look where he is now. 10-0 as a pro, and he's knocking out a decent heavyweight in Richard Lartey. Yeah, knocking out a guy who went 4 rounds with Daniel Dubois and 10 rounds in his last fight with Nathan Gorman. So that was a statement. What he did there, that was a brilliant shot. Nathan Gorman 16-1. Daniel Dubois in the huge fight with Joe Joyce next week. So if we wanted a yardstick, well, we've got it. Wardley can punch. Only one of his fights so far hasn't gone the distance. He's not been past 6 rounds. Well, we thought we might get a few questions answered about his stamina tonight, about his chin perhaps too, but the fight was over far too quickly for either of those questions to be answered. Yep, so far Tom Little and Richard Lartey haven't been able to put up the big test that maybe Babic and Wardley thought they would on paper beforehand, but take nothing away from Babic's performance and now Wardley's. 2 heavyweights who we are going to follow with interest. There's Jumbo with Richard Lartey, so experienced, one of the great men in British boxing. And still just checking everything over. All the precautions, health and safety, crucial, the only thing that matters. And with these new regulations, with the COVID testing and the bubbles and everything that's been going on over the last few weeks, it's it brings it home. It's very real, and Fabio Wardley just still waiting patiently. I mean, he should rightfully celebrate when we know Richard Lartey's okay, because it was an excellent win, but the concern are for the fighters first and foremost, Matt. Yeah, absolutely, always. Let's have a look back at it, and there were a couple of jabs from Wardley. Quick. And then this. Speedy combination, big right hand. Yeah, left, right hand, it was a right hook. I think it must have landed up high on the head. It didn't look. I see a better angle here. Maybe around the temple, because it wasn't on the chin. Yep, the disorientating shot around the temple. But the way it went down, and obviously took a good few minutes to recover with the paramedics, the doctors at ringside. Strange one. Yeah, up around the temple, that was. He didn't catch him on the chin. The gloves were up, but it was up high on the temple. And meanwhile, stablemate Chris Congo, very pleased, part of the Dillian Whyte team. And he'll be keeping a close eye on Conor Benn coming up next. It's good rivalries for Conor with Congo and Kelly and Chris Jenkins too, but he's got to get past Formella first. Fabio Wardley stuns Richard Lartey within 2 rounds.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Victor Laughlin calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 1 minute and 22 seconds of round number 2. Your winner, by technical countout, he's still undefeated, Fabio Wardley.
Well, the English heavyweight champion, and I wonder if 2021 brings him a shot at the Lonsdale belt. Good night for Fabio Wardley. And we've got so much more this weekend ahead on Sky Sports. A lot of fight fans love the arrows. Tomorrow, quarterfinals, Grand Slam of darts. Seen a few classic battles this week. It's a terrific tournament. 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock, Sky Sports Arena, the Grand Slam. And the Worlds will be coming over Christmas, which we absolutely adore. Next up, first real moment of truth for Conor Benn. Fabio Wardley passed his latest test with flying colours. I bet he's a happy man with Andy.
Fabio, just tell us how you're feeling. That was a big step up on paper and you passed it with flying colours.
Yeah, feeling great. I'm really happy with the finish. I think that finish in particular answered a few questions. Obviously, I hope that Lartey's okay, that he's healthy and everything's all good. Obviously, it's not nice to see any boxer in that kind of shape afterwards, but I think that knockout there answered a few questions if I have single punch power, if I can really hang with those big boys, and that I can. That I know